Now, tremors from the killer Wayanad landslides can be felt even till today. The death toll continues to mount and it has now crossed the 380 mark. At the moment, there are close to 1,300 rescuers who are on the ground, and the families of many of those who are still missing, they still have some hope. Rescue operation has entered day 7. Thousands of affected people have already been rescued. All these people who have been rescued at the moment are living in relief camps. Amid all this, a burial ground has been prepared to bury the unidentified victims of the Wayanad landslide.
Most of the times when we see a vehicle carrying relief items to landslide hit Wayanad, it usually has a banner, and that banner says Wayanad Oru Kaithang, which essentially translates to a helping hand for Wayanad. But from the ground, what is very, very evident is that it's not just a helping hand, but it's rather thousands or even perhaps lakhs of helping hands. We're currently reporting from the St. Joseph's Convent School in Kalpata, Wayanad, which is the main collection point for relief items that are coming in from different parts of the country. Anyone who's donating relief items to the survivors of the landslide, the floods in Wayanad, all that relief items come here through the Wayanad District Collectorate. It is stored here, segregated, and then of course taken to the relief camps where this is much needed, where these materials are much needed. There are of course at least 90 relief camps in Wayanad where over 10,000 people are currently staying. And what you see there, I'm just going to take you through section by section. What you see there are clothes. Now, clothes, of course, is very essential at this point in time because the landslide survivors, they've lost their homes, they've lost everything, and they need change of clothes. So that's the reason why they're segregating clothes, seeing the quality of these clothes that have come in. Obviously, you can't give them used clothes or clothes that are in, that are of bad quality. So they're segregating all these clothes age-wise, gender-wise, and all of that is being done there. Then you move to this section where you see heaps of packaged drinking water bottles. Then if you shift to the next side, you see a lot of other items, grocery items, which includes soaps, detergents, bleaching powder, toothpaste, sanitary napkins. All of this is essential to maintain hygiene. Now, every relief camp is providing all 3 meals of the day to the survivors, to those who are living in these camps. So food, of course, becomes very important, and that's why you see a lot of these sacks of raw rice. But the problem here is also that while some items are coming in large numbers, some are in shortage. So that is the reason why the Wayanad Collectorate has now put out a link, a website where they are maintaining data of the quantity of these items that are coming in, and there's more and more vehicles are coming in, and this, I think, is the perfect example to show how the entire country, they very well realize that people of Wayanad are going through one of the most difficult times of their lives, and that's the reason why the entire country is standing in solidarity, giving them the much needed support, and also realizing that this is the time that they need empathy, compassion, and whatever little support. And that's the reason why we see this outpouring of support here in Kalpata, Wayanad. With video journalist Daniel, this is Shilpa Nair for India Today.
My colleague Shibimol KG is now joining me from Wayanad. Shibimol, if you can tell us, how far have the rescue operations gone? How many more days till the rescue operations will be complete? And it seems like the relief materials and everything else has been pouring in from across the country.
Well, Aishwarya, the rescue operation is in the last leg of it because that's what we're hearing from the sources, from the government officials, that they are using whatever possible. Like yesterday, they used they tried the drone surveillance system to see if there's any, sort of, life, presence of life that they can find in any part of this Mundaka and Churumala area. Today also that will continue. The same procedure that they have been following in the last 2 days will continue, which is dividing into 6 teams, 5 in land zone and 1 in water zone. That's the same procedure that's going to continue. Use excavators and, remove the debris as much as possible and see if there's any presence of, any remains, any body parts. That's the procedure they have been following in the last few days. It's going to continue. But again, what we're understanding is that it will go on for like another 2 or 3 days, probably, to wrap up it completely, because still there are more than 250 people missing. So it's not very easy to wrap up a rescue operation of this sort very quickly. That's the thing. Though it's very, though it's impossible at this point to recover all the bodies of all these people, because it's already been 7 days. We're at the 7th day of rescue operation. So it's not logically possible, but then there is, there are certain procedures to follow. There are certain, things to meet up, so that they'll continue. There's what ADGP was telling is that once there's a logical conclusion that this is what we can do, we have done everything, then we will stop the rescue operations, what we have been told. But again, the death toll after each day is increasing, because yesterday 4 bodies were recovered out of